Hey, hi, welcome back to our channel UiPath Bots. In this video, we are going to learn the difference between array, list and dictionary. So, we know a bit about the collections, right? So, even in UiPath, we have these three types of collections. So, let us quickly see the difference between array, list and dictionary. You may get an interview question on these arrays, lists and dictionaries, or they may ask like what is the difference between array and list, and what is the difference between list and dictionary, when to use dictionary, when to use array, when to use list. Explain with an example. So these kind of questions may arise during an interview. So to answer such questions, you are supposed to understand very clearly about this concept. So just follow this video. So see here, array. Array is used to store multiple values of the same data type. So all the variables, we know, right? Variables are used to store the value. So array is used to store multiple values of the same data type. So the values with same data type. The size of the array is defined at creation. So number of objects, what number of values, what we are going to store in this array will be defined at the time of creation. So this is array definition. Clear? Now let us move on to list. List. This is used to store multiple values of same data type, just like arrays. Unlike arrays, their size is dynamic. So this is very much similar to array, but the only difference is the size of this will be dynamic. In arrays, we are defining the size during creation, right? But here in list, it is dynamic. So no need to define the size. It will be, say, unlimited, right? So next, dictionary. I hope you got the difference between array and list. Both the data types used to store multiple values of same data type. Okay? But the only difference is arrays are used if the size is fixed, but list will be used if the size is dynamic. That's it. That's the difference. And remember, the values should be of the same data type. Say suppose array has some 10 elements, all the 10 values should be of the same data type. Say first value is integer, all the rest of the values also should be integer only. Similarly in list, if it has multiple values, that means unlimited values, all those values should be of the same data type. That's the only rule. Okay. And the only difference is its size. If it is dynamic, go for a list. If it is fixed, go for an array. That's it. So let's move on to the dictionary part. Dictionary. Use it to store objects in the form of key value pairs, where each of the two can be of a separate data type. Say this. Dictionary means what? In general scenario. Why we use dictionary? To find some meaning of anything, right? So there will be a key to search and we will get the answer or meaning for that key, meaning for that word. So when we are searching a dictionary to find the meaning or to find the value of a word, meaning of a word is our key, and what is the result of after we search it is a value. So similar to the same in general. So now come to UiPath dictionary. It is used to store objects in the form of key value pairs. See here, array and list both are one dimensional. Okay, only one dimensional. Whereas dictionary, it is two dimensional. There is a key and a value which is associated to this key. So if you see the other part, rest of the part of this definition, it says where each of the two can be of a separate data type. So key can be one key, all the keys in the dictionary should be of same data type, and all the values in the dictionary should be of same data type. There's no strict rule like key and value should be of same data type. Understood? Key can be a string and value can be an integer. Key can be a string and value can be also a string. Key can be some integer and value can be some string. Okay? So that way each of the two can be of a separate data type. Okay? I hope you got this. Dictionary is used to store objects in the form of key value pairs, where there is no strict rule like key and value should be of same data type. Both can be of separate data type. Got it? So how to retrieve the dictionary value? Based on the key, that's it. But here, how to retrieve an array value? Based on the index. Similarly, list based on the index. Index means what? Say suppose we have in an array 0, 1, 2, 3 values. So the position of this first value is called as index. So this is 0th position, first position, second position and third position. Similarly in list also. Whereas in dictionary it will be key value pair, right? Key and a value. So we will retrieve only based on the key. How we will find a meaning to a word in dictionary? We'll pass that word, right? We'll search for that word in the dictionary so as to get the meaning of the word. Similarly, here also we'll be passing a key to find the value in dictionary. That's it. Let's move on to UiPath Studio. Let me show you how this array, how to create an array, how to create a list and how to create a dictionary. So let me go for a sequence. Array versus list versus dictionary. A quick understanding in real time. Don't feel bored actually when I'm creating annotation. This became a blind best practice. So always it is suggestible to go for annotations. This explains difference between array, list and dictionary. That's it. Got it? Now let us concentrate on array. How to create an array. You might have already seen our video, right? For different ways or different methods of creating variables. So one among them is through variable pane. So let us go to a variable pane, select this sequence, and it is going to create a variable under this particular sequence because this sequence been selected, right? So let us create an array. Okay, array variable. Okay, I will always suggest you to give a prefix for better understanding. Okay, since it is an array, I am just giving a prefix like a or. Okay, array variable. Then see by default what I said in the previous video, it is by default whenever we create any variable, it will be default data type will be string. And then scope, since we selected this sequence, automatically it will take the scope. If we don't select anything, it will take the minimum whatever is inside. Say suppose it has some for each loop inside that body will be the scope. So minimum container will become the default scope. Okay, now let me not repeat the same thing what I taught you in our previous video. Let us move on how to create a variable. So you just created a name and then go to variable type. Here you are supposed to select array. See, array of T. Select this, and T stands for any data type. So by default it gave int 32. You can select any data type. Okay, that's it. Done. Now just save it. Now let us have some values into this array. How to pass values to this array? I'll show you how. Okay, let me open this. Open the advanced one. Let me just increase this. I hope you are able to see this. Okay, so 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50, right? So this way we can declare the size. Now what is the size of our array? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 values we have declared. That's it. Save it. So this is the way how to create an array variable and how to pass values to the array. So this is fixed size. So when we are using this array variable, the only way is to read the data from the array variable. There is no option to add one more value to the array. Okay, if there is a need to add one more value into this array, better to go for a list. I hope you got this, right? Now let us see how to create a list variable. So as I said, just go to variables. You can just pass a name to it. Just for understanding, I am giving it as list variable. It is always advisable to add a prefix with a clear name like variable type, data type. If it is an array ARR, if it is a list list, if it is a string st or something like that. Okay, so throughout the project, whenever you encounter a variable, you will understand which data type of values this variable contains. So it is a best practice. Now by default it came a string. Wait, let me remove this. Okay, by default it gave a string, and it is with the scope of the outer container. Now we are supposed to select list. Since it is not showing here, use browse for types. Just type list and you can see, just search for the list with system generic, system collections generic. So here collections system dot collections dot generic list of T. Just select this. You can see list of T. T is nothing but you can have any of these data types in place of T. So let me go for int 32. So my list is going to be of integer. That's it. Select. Now if you scroll here, you can see system.collections.generic.list of integer. That's it. When you try to add something, it will throw an error. I'll show you why. But before that, let me give a try to add values to this list. Just see here what we are doing. We are going to add 20, 30 and all. Okay. Now see, it is throwing an error. What it says, value of type 1 dimensional array of integer cannot be converted into list of integer. Why? It is not declared. Let me show you how to declare this. Okay. Go to your variable where you have created the variable. Then give simple new list of int. Since we have list of integer data type selected, you are supposed to give int 32 here. If you have a list of string, give new list of string. That's it. Okay. Now let me give you some information. For array, we have directly given this one dimensional values here. Whereas for list, we are supposed to go for a method add to collection. There is a method, an activity called add to collection. So just drag and drop this, and then you can see the properties of add to collection here. You are supposed to give the list name under collection, okay, and the values here. Say suppose your value is 10, give 10 here, and see, you are getting some exception, some error here. Why? By default, type argument came as been selected as object. But what type of data type this list we have declared here? It is as integer. So select int 32. That's it. Error gone. So this way we are supposed to add values to a list. So now we are clear about array, how to add values, how to create an array variable, and then how to create a list variable and how to add values to a list. Now this is fixed, right? But in list, when we want to add one more value, we can add, right? We can keep on adding unlimited times. So you can add one more, add to collection. You can add the some value to the same list, whereas in array it is not possible, right? So I'm giving some 20, selecting end. So you can repeat this n number of times, right? So let me show you how to retrieve the values from array and also how to retrieve values from list. To retrieve, we are supposed to retrieve each element, right? Each element, how to get? Using for each. Go for each. Okay. So what we are going to check for each, we are going to pass the array variable, and then to just validate what and all we got, just use a message box, give item dot to string. That's it. Okay, let me run this. So array has some 4 or 5 values, right? 20, 30, 40, 50, I guess. Till 50 it has retrieved. So this is the way how to retrieve the values, how to read the values. Okay, other way is also there. Let me give you another way. Let me just ignore this, disable this. Where is disable? Oh, sorry, control plus D. Okay, let me disable this and let me have a message box. We can say value at 0 index is array of variable of 0 dot toString. That's it. So now let me run this. So I'm going to get only this value. So this is the way, like we can find the value, we can read the value based on passing the index of the value. So at 0th index we have 10. Similarly, let me search for some 0, 1, 2. Second index, it should give 30. Okay, let me run this file. Oh, 30. Okay, so I'll change it this, but not here. Let me show it again. I hope you got it, but just for our confidence, let us see this value at 2 index is 30, right? So we have seen two ways to read data from array. One is using for each and one is using array of size, okay, at its index, using passing its index. So let us move on to this part, that is list. Now how to control it. Now how to read values from a list. Same way, using for each. Now instead of array, I am going to pass list where is this list? It is under array of this one. Okay, fine. Now what I am doing, I am going to pass list of list variable. Okay, so this has to give two values. One is 10 and one is 20 I passed. So let us see how it is going to read the values from list. 10, 20. That's it. Okay. So this is one way, and let me show you the other way. Similar to the array, we can read list values also by passing its index. So value at first index is, say, list variable of 1 toString. Okay, so it should give the value at first index now. Yes, super. So value at first index is 20, right? At 0th index we pass 10 and first index we pass 20. Always remember the index starts from 0. The first one, it is not 1, it is 0th index. Okay, if there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but the size will be 4 because it starts from 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 is the size of an array and list. Both are similar. The only way is that this is a fixed number and for this the size is unlimited. That's it. It is dynamic. Okay, that's it. So now let us move on to dictionary. How to create a dictionary variable. To work on dictionaries, we are supposed to get a package. Okay, when you search, it will not show anything available by default. Go to manage packages, go to official and then search for Microsoft. Use this Microsoft Activities extension. Okay, install this, save it. Let's see, it will take a little time. So this is the way how to install a new package. So just click on the manage packages at your top ribbon and then search for the activity. Then you can use the install button, then save it. That's it. So when you search for dictionary, it will show you dictionary, right? You can see few activities related to dictionary. Done. Now let us create a variable of data type dictionary. Dict, say dictionary. Then in variable type, go for browser, browse for types, search for dictionary, search for system collections.generic dictionary. So we already learned, right, here dictionary where each of the two can be of separate data type. So both can be same. So key and value can be same. Key and value can be different, right? So let me take key as string and value as integer. Click on OK. That's it. But remember, for list and dictionary, we are supposed to declare. Just use new dictionary of, what is the data type we selected? It is a string and int 32. That's it. Save it. Now we have a dictionary data table, data variable. Now we are supposed to add some values to dictionary. You can see add to dictionary activity here. Just drag and drop. It will ask you the data type. What we selected, it is string and int, right? So select that. Now it will ask, it has three properties: dictionary, key and value. That's it. So let us give our dictionary name and give some value as Joy and the employee number. Okay, that's it. So I have saved something here. Let me add one more value to the same dictionary. So what I'm going to add here, I'm going to add some that's it. So this is the key and this is the value. So this is the key and this is the value. That's how I have saved two values in a dictionary. Now let us see how to get data from dictionary. Okay, use get from dictionary, give string and int. Now give the dictionary name and then key. Right? So now give a result Where to save? Control K. What to say? Int John employee number, or let me say the result. Okay, now let's see what it will give. Give a message box, and give what is there in the int underscore result dot to string. Okay, so let me run this. So we have seen oh, it's showing true. Since we have taken the result, whether it is true or false, whether we successfully got this or not, as a message out in message box, it has given true. Let me move this to value. Then let us move on, change this variable type to int. Okay, now the error gone. Let us see, let us run this file again. It has to give the employee number of John. Okay, now let me show you one more method how to add values to a dictionary. This is a straightforward using add to dictionary activity, and one more is there using assign activity. So just do one thing, give your dictionary name and give your key here. Say suppose it is Joycey. Okay, and then give the value here using dictionary of value could be some number. That's it, just your number at the other side. Okay, let me give some number. Okay, so for this particular name, this particular key, I'm going to add the value here. That's it. Easy, right? So when you commit some mistakes, then you can learn a lot. So just try to do along with me, and I could show you what and all possible errors you may get. So by default, we may forget to we may forget how to add, and we may use dictionary at both sides, right? So that way, in such scenario, what kind of error we received something, say let me give you the example. We have received date underscore of 1 2 3 4. What kind of error we receive? We receive something like option strict on disallows implicit conversions from integer to string. Okay, so that way we come to know that it is not accepting this. That's it. So when we commit mistakes, we remember a lot. So I believe this concept, right? So let's move on. So we have learned, let me run this file once. Let's run this. So it is supposed to give the Joycey value. Okay, so good that you have learned a lot from today's video. We learned what is array variable, how to declare this, and how to pass values to an array variable, how to read the values from array variable, and different ways to read the array variable, right? Similarly, list variable, difference between array and list, when to use array, when to use list, how to declare it, how to initialize list variable, how to read the values from list using two types. One is from for each, and one is from through passing index. So those two ways. And next move on to dictionary. We have learned what is dictionary, when to use dictionary, and how to add values to the dictionary, what kind of data types we can have in a dictionary, and then how to retrieve data from a dictionary. So we have use it dictionary, get from dictionary. Yeah, I forgot one more way is also there to retrieve the data from dictionary. Let me show you that too. We can just use dictionary name and pass the key here. Say suppose it is John. Okay, so it will give you the value. Let me run this and then okay, let me run this. What is the John's value? It is 232323 something. Run file. Yay! So we learned two methods how to retrieve data from a dictionary. Super. So I hope you enjoyed this video. You learned a lot and you can crack all the questions based on array, list and dictionary in your interviews. If you like this video, please pass on to your colleagues and friends, and please do subscribe our channel. Do not forget to click on the bell icon for our more videos. So let us meet through our next video. Thank you so much. Bye bye.